Then we are continuing the control of urban cooperative banks. Urban cooperative banks are under the control of RBI or Reserve Bank of India. That means it comes under the purview of RBI Act. You know the RBI Act year 1934, important. But RBI was started only in the year 1935. Urban cooperative banks are under the control of RBI because it comes under the purview of Reserve Bank of India Act 1934. But along with, we should remember, Reserve Bank of India commenced its operations only on 1935 April 1st. That is important. Then they also come under the purview of Banking Regulation Act also. They come under the purview of Banking Regulation Act. The year of Banking Regulation Act is 1949, and it is very important. The rate of or the percentage of fluid resources, very important. The rate of fluid resources is also fixed by Reserve Bank of India. Questions may be asked. Fluid resources are associated with urban cooperative banks. The percentage or the rate of fluid resources are fixed by RBI. Very important. Urban cooperative banks are under the control of RBI. They are under the purview of RBI Act 1934. They also come under the purview of Banking Regulation Act 1949. And the rate of fluid resources are also fixed by Reserve Bank of India. In Kerala, the urban cooperative banks or UCBs have dual control. That means first the control of RBI and second the control of cooperative department. That is the speciality in Kerala. Urban cooperatives or urban cooperative banks have dual control, that is the control of RBI and the control of state cooperative department. This is the legislation powers and the area of operation, that is also important. The area of operation of urban cooperative bank should be specified in the bylaw. As per that, the area of operation of urban cooperative bank must be specified in the bylaw. Usually, the area of operation of urban cooperative bank may be either a town or a municipality or corporation or a taluk. This may be the area of operation. The area of operation of urban cooperative bank must be specified in the bylaw as per the Cooperative Societies Act, Kerala Cooperative Societies Act 1969, and usually the area of operation may be either a town or it may be a municipality or corporation or taluk. This is about the area of operation. Then we can see the urban cooperative banks are called by different names. The first name is very important, Common Man's Bank. Which cooperative organization is described as Common Man's Bank? The answer is Urban Cooperative Bank. Second one, which is known as the brightest spot of cooperative movement? The answer is Urban Cooperative Bank. Which is the name of non-agricultural credit society? The answer, Urban Cooperative Bank. And last one, and the most important, which organization is known as Romance of Cooperation? Urban cooperative banks are known in different names. First, Common Man's Bank, brightest spot in cooperative movement, non-agricultural credit society, and romance of cooperation. These are the important details, maximum details regarding urban cooperative banks. No other question is remaining in this area. Along with this, I will give you a presentation regarding the important points once more with a view to take a printout or take the notes. First, you see the cooperative history. Urban cooperative banks are the primary credit societies operating in city areas or town areas. The first urban cooperative bank is the Mutual Aid Society, and that was established in the year 1889, and that was known as Anyonya Sahakari Mandal. That was established in the state of Baroda, and the man behind is Vittal Lakshman. Another name was Bau Sahib Kaudekar, his yet another name. And the next I have told you, Cooperative Credit Societies Act 1904. This was the first step in the legislation, cooperative legislation of our country. First cooperative society was registered at Kanchivaram, and that was in the Madras province, and that was in the state of Tamil Nadu, and that was started in October 1904. This act was amended in the year 1912. Why that act was amended? Because in the act 1904, there was only provision for the establishment of credit societies, and therefore it was amended. And after the amendment, many societies or multi-purpose societies began to be established. Along after the amendment in 1912, McLagan was appointed with a view to study the cooperative movement in our country, and he recommended the urban cooperative banks. Actually, the establishment of urban cooperative bank was inducted to Mr. McLagan. In the world, it was started first of all in Germany, and that was started by Schulz Delitzsch, and that was in the year 1852. Then in Kerala, urban cooperative banks are single tier. Urban cooperative banks are defined in section 2A of the Kerala Cooperative Societies Act. They are insured banks, and insured bank is defined in section 74A and rule 15AA of the Kerala Cooperative Societies Act. After that, Reserve Bank of India appointed a committee in the year 1978 under the chairmanship of Madhav Das, and that committee studied the working of urban cooperative banks and has given various suggestions. The members are generally non-agriculturists. They provide short-term loans only, but non-agricultural purposes they were provided loans and advances. That was till 1996. After that, for agricultural and non-agricultural purposes, the bank began to grant loans and advances. The urban cooperative bank is under the control of Reserve Bank of India. It comes under the purview of RBI Act. They also come under the purview of Banking Regulation Act. The rate of fluid resources are also fixed by the Reserve Bank of India. Area of operation must be specified in the bylaw. It may be usually a town or municipality or corporation or taluk. Then other names are commandant banks. Then brightest spot of cooperative movement, non-agricultural credit society, romance of cooperation, and study this material very well, and we can meet on the next video session. Thank you very much.